Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Taiko World Cup 2026 semifinals. We have the United States versus Finland on our hands. My name is Sparks, and I'm joined by Ekin.
Hello, everyone. I'm sure you didn't miss me last week. I'm glad to get the chance to cast another game with Sparks. This last time was really, really fun. And yeah, the quality of the games is only going to go up from here, right?
Oh, for sure. It's like on a pool like this, it's always just fun to see what people can pull out.
Yeah, I mean, especially if, I know most of these players are pretty active, but there's always a little question of, oh, people haven't played tournaments for, maybe a month or two before Taiko World Cup. How much training have they managed to do? And the rolls are underway, and Dusky rolls a 5, and Aurora with a 25. L's in chat.
Very low rolls.
Listen, you don't need to
Negative
win with a high roll.
rolls.
Right, Finland will be first to ban, and US will be first to pick then. I have many ideas of how this match should go, but realistically, as you can see from the seeds as well, Finland is a little bit of an underdog going into this match. Although they've looked pretty strong last week in the quarterfinals, beating the Netherlands and Russia. Although you might ask, they didn't beat Netherlands or Russia particularly convincing, so how will they fare against a respectfully, stronger opponent in the United States?
And we do have a No Mod 5 coming out, a No Mod 5 ban coming out from Finland, a very physically draining map. That's understandable for a team with, I'd say, maybe a slightly lower skill cap.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. It's, players like Antti, they're very consistent on quite a lot of maps. They play a lot of tourneys, but it's once you hit skill cap, it becomes quite difficult, quite fast. And I feel like that might be the story of this Finnish team, sort of having to reduce their potential picks to see what they're actually still comfortable on and confident that they can high score on. I think that might be the main problem for them this match.
And I do think that they excel more on the technical side when it's less dense.
Yeah, absolutely. It is worth saying that they do have, I'm going to try to pronounce his name, BFKB113PBK, who's...
Ah, yes.
Megamela, I think, their previous members. They are very, very strong, but I'm not sure anyone on Finland's roster can match them in terms of their speed. So that might be a slight hindrance. The Fremont 3 ban coming out from the United States. It's not something I was expecting, to be completely honest. Whenever I see the United States, I always interpret them to be a team that just is really, really confident hitting hard rocking many different kinds of maps.
Yeah, free mod 3 though, the stream free mod is always like the one where if you choke badly and you lose like 100k score, so probably just don't want to risk it.
I don't know, man, just don't choke, right? That's easier
right,
said
like
than
that's
done.
the ideal strategy.
Easier said than done.
I always forget to do that in matches. And then they go hidden one.
Here we go.
Brutal first pick. Hidden one slow this week.
Do we think this is a comfort pick? I sort of interpreting this as a comfort pick for the US. Because it's not a lot of teams will voluntarily pick hidden one particularly early on, right?
Yeah.
Like, typically this is seen as, well, either you can top score it or you can't, and you just stay the hell away from it.
And the US have a lot of very strong hidden players. M-Biscuit, Aurora, RJ, yeah, Mini Lamp. Everybody can probably play this on their team.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see them picking this, but yeah, it's all according to the script. You know, first pick, you pick something you're comfortable with, you pick something to get the momentum going, get everyone's nerves settled a little bit. Mini Lamp is not on the server. Accidental advantage for Finland, perhaps?
1v2, perhaps?
Winnable, honestly.
We have Gamer's Decision and Vodnanen coming in for Finland.
I mean, reasonably, they have been performing very well in the last few rounds. Especially the quarterfinals, you saw it a lot. Vodnanen, MT, and Gamer's Decision all putting in really great performances. Again, it's just is their skill cap high enough to translate to the semifinals pool as well?
Yeah, especially on a hidden one like this, which is also quite technically demanding. A lot of 1-apes at just very slow SV.
Yeah, honestly, this is very far outside of my personal comfort zone. I don't know how people play this. It's incredibly impressive to watch.
It's barely within mine, and like slow hidden is my thing, sorta.
Damn. Starting to see why New Zealand did not manage to win against Taiwan here.
Well, Taiwan banned this against us.
Oh shit.
If only they knew.
Your aura scared them away from the hidden one.
Yeah, the scare tactics from last week worked.
Alright, and we're just about to get into hidden one. First pick. Again, the United States pick this. I mean, I don't want to sound all doomer, but historically, if there's teams that were particularly prone to choking, the US has had some chokes here and there historically. So I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying maybe they'll choke a few maps here and there. Finland will get a chance to take a little bit of points. I don't really see it happening though, but ready to be surprised.
This is definitely a very chokeable map with these patterns, but we do see early misses from Vodnanen.
I mean, it's not really much to say about this. There are two misses, one from either player from Finland, and Biscuit and Mini Lamp still both holding incredible accuracy with full combos.
Yeah, Mini Lamp only just now dropping the double S.
It's fine. It's the United States pick. You know, they're going to start the match off with a momentum pick that they're pretty confident they will win. So this is all according to plan.
Yeah.
In the chat also, I think Dusky said we're going to sacrifice Gamer's Decision and Vodnanen here, so maybe this is just something that Finland's accepted they're probably not going to win, and they focus their practice on other maps. But 340,000 score difference at this point is not particularly encouraging.
And the US actually had a tied accuracy at the break there, very in sync.
Mini Lamp dropping a few 100s as the map resumes, but largely inconsequential at this point. Like, again, not to sound all doomer, but it does not look like Finland really has a chance to take this map.
But you can kind of see, like, even a team as great on slow hidden as the USA aren't really getting like the high 99s, maybe even double S's, which you might see on slow hiddens. Like, this pool is even giving them a slightly harder time at hacking.
Yeah, I mean, we can interpret that a couple different ways. We can interpret this as even one of the best teams is struggling. The pool is really hard, or we can, you can chalk it up to nerves. You can chalk it up to many factors. I don't know. I think this is a perfectly understandable pick from the United States. Winning by 553,000 points.
Yeah, very solid first pick.
It's just a warm-up, though. That's why they chose Hidden 1. They wanted to start off with a little bit of a slower map to get everyone's fingers warm, get everyone settled mentally, get them in the game.
And now we have Finland's pick, which is where they will pick most likely the map that they are most comfortable on, so should be pretty interesting to watch.
I'm imagining they'll either stick with Hard Rock or No Mod. I'm not entirely convinced by the free monks or the double time picks for Finland, but
Yeah,
trying to, as you said earlier, just trying to stay with some of the techier maps might be the way they carve an advantage out for themselves. They pick Hard Rock 1.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
certainly techie.
Yeah, this follows the script.
Yeah. On the slightly faster side for Hard Rock 1, I would say, but it is semis, so the level of difficulty is definitely increased. This doesn't really have too much in terms of complicated snappings in it, just a couple of 1/3, 1/6, but overall, just gotta read the high Z and hit the tech to it.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen Hard Rock 1s where the focus is a lot more on, BPMs around like 170 or something with a lot of mixed snapping. It's the same skill set realistically, right? But I think you're onto something where you're pointing out it's a lot more about the high scroll speed in this map rather than super intricate patterns mechanically. John Hard Rock 2 stepping in for the United States. Wowee.
Playing the Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on here.
Maybe he needs to rename change to John Hard Rock 1.
Looks like we're about to start Hard Rock 1.
And
it is worth noting, Finland
in.
is actually the lowest seeded team from qualifiers that is still in the Taiko World Cup this year.
Yeah?
So New Zealand was 16th, Finland was 17th. So pretty comparable, but it does show, again, sort of an uphill battle for them. So far, it looks pretty good, honestly. Ooh.
Yeah, they didn't have too much trouble hitting those 1/3 bursts as well, so I mean, probably fairly comfortable on this map. They just need to hold a decent combo to be able to compete with the USA here. And there's a trade.
Yeah, Gamer's decision missed earlier, but the miss gets traded by John Hard Rock 2, Mr. CV. Slight accuracy advantage for the United States, though, keeping them in the lead, but
maybe not John Hard Rock 1 after all.
On the 1-3. Everyone's seeming really comfortable on that. I really didn't enjoy that pick myself because I ended up trying to single tap it. As Gamer's Decisions picks up another miss, sadly.
And anti as well.
Double miss, really going to push the lead into the favor of the United States. Almost 50,000 points now. Probably will rise to 60k before Finland gets back up to combo cap. Oh, NT picking up another miss. That is unfortunate.
On the long burst, yeah, it's going to catch NT. That part's really hard.
Well, if it was easy, it wouldn't be the semifinals of the Taiko World Cup, would it now?
Yep. And Aurora dropping below the 99, just barely, but still holding that FC to anchor the US score.
Mr. CB picking up another miss. Aurora is really kind of holding it down here with their full combo.
Yeah, dropping a lot of act now though, but still quite a bit ahead of the Finland side.
Yeah, the curse of DDKK players. Yeah, Anti and Gamer's Decisions looked quite good in the first half of this map, but they've kind of just kept picking up misses here and there. That's really going to prevent them from pulling this map back.
And the US are going to pull out an early breakpoint on Hard Rock 1.
A very impressive score by Aurora. Actually getting out-acted by Mr. CB, but obviously there are a few misses there. giving Aurora the highest score in the lobby. And Anti saying in chat, ooh, that was embarrassing. Maybe not super happy with their own performance, thinking that they could perhaps have reached a slightly higher score.
Yeah, and on a pool of this difficulty, I've found myself and our team as well that like bottom scoring in lobby is really easy because it's just so hard to be consistent on maps that are this hard.
Absolutely. United States wasting no time going right back into the No Mod 2.
Oh, this map is, I mean, talk about skill cap. This is
Pain and
incredibly hard to control and read. Like if you're not full alt or rolling some kind, then this is gonna be difficult. Banger song though, so at least you get to vibe while going through hell.
I was struggling.
Yeah. And the accuracy requirement on this as well. Only OD7, well, only, but in terms of this pool, it's I guess on the slightly, it's like it's average for this pool, but like with these snaps, it makes accuracy so hard to get.
Surely nobody will drop a 100 on the slow part in the start.
Surely not. Especially on those doublets into finisher, like right there.
That would be silly.
That part's so hard to get a consistent double S on.
And here comes the funny patterns. NT picking up an early miss. Not traded out yet by the US.
Yeah, Finland AC actually looking pretty good, still like holding the 98, so
yeah,
they have that going for them.
Yeah, it's... I mean, this may have been sort of the strategy for Finland, you know, hold as high AC as you can, hope for a miss from the United States, and it's just that the United States are not looking particularly vulnerable on this just yet.
Yeah, and actually
99.4%.
the US with the double bongo roster here is gonna help them a lot on this map, I feel.
What do you mean hand switches?
99.5 free from both.
What if we held the same AC in Taiko World Cup lobby?
Just kidding, unless.
Gamer decision holding an FC is ensuring that this lead for the United States is not growing too big. Anti's back at combo cap as well. Oh no!
Oh no! Was that on the mono?
Oh, that is heartbreaking. Anti finding the second miss. Gonna increase the score lead a bit, probably around 50,000 points once everything's said and done.
Alright, last quarter of the map coming up here. It's even denser and more technical than the rest of the map. These longer bursts.
If you're rooting for Team Finland, this is where you really need to see the US at least have one of their players drop, but they're looking very, very confident. As a double break from Finland comes in, traded by Aurora, but that is not going to be enough.
And the last few patterns coming in here, they are the most difficult of the map so far.
And this map looks kind of over. 13 stairs still with the full combo. 99.6% accuracy. Incredible score coming out from them. Everyone else struggling a little bit more. Aurora only breaking once, but yeah, with such a fantastic score to anchor the team, I don't think this was ever really in doubt for the United States.
Yeah, very strong pick. 9 100s. And Finland get to choose again. Hidden 2. I would definitely say like Hidden 2, Free Mod 1 are probably like the easiest maps in the pool. Like most likely to be FC'd match.
Yeah, I'm
So
not sure that necessarily favors Finland in terms of strategy, though.
maybe just trying to get the US to slip up while still maintaining their full combos. It can happen. If it can happen to Japan, it can happen to anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no one is infallible.
And we do see Megamela coming in. Should be very comfortable on a map like this. Well, in terms of speed, I don't know if they play hidden too much.
The trick is, if it's fast hidden, it's basically like not playing hidden at all.
It's true.
Well, Megamela saying ready for a rusty hidden 2 score. So I fully believe they're going to full combo.
Hmm.
Only a 3-0 lead for the US. Nothing that bad. It's only one breakpoint, right?
Sure. And it can happen. Well, this is the Finland's pick, so I mean they could just win their
this
own
is where the
pick right
comeback
now.
starts. This is where the comeback starts. Looking competitive with Vodnanen, struggling a little bit with accuracy at the start. Looking to stabilize now, though. As I say that, Vodnanen picks up a miss. I'm really sorry, Finland. The caster curse is just that strong.
The US, understandably on a map like this with near perfect accuracies from both players.
Yeah, the fact that, as you say, this might be on the easier side for the pool really means you have to count on misses from the US if you're trying to win this as Finland. But ideally, that means you won't be missing yourself. 3 full combos still on the board. M-Biscuit with the highest accuracy, 99.8%. But Aurora and Megamela not far behind, both around 99.5. Really, the difference is coming down to the Vodnanen finding those breaks, sadly. It does not bode well.
Megamela definitely trying his best to hang with the US roster here.
Picking up
Doing
a
pretty
lot of
well.
100s in the slow section there, sadly.
Oh no, the speed player's curse.
He can't play anything that's not constant 240 BPM.
What can you do? And coming up on the end of the map, the break from Megamela is probably gonna seal it
no!
there.
Vodnanen has stabilized. They're rising up and up again. But not quite able to hold on to that combo. Finding another miss. It's kind of Jover.
Yeah, the highest SB part of the map as well as very streamy is gonna catch both of them.
And we see M-Biscuit actually getting over 1.06 million due to the sliders.
Yeah?
Sensational
Very
performance from
impressive.
them. 3 100s is a very, very good score. I mean, the United States have been trading the MVP between a couple of players. Keeping it interesting for themselves, I guess. And now we're going to go to Nomad 6. Fantastic pick.
First time we've seen this map on stream, actually.
I mean, it's the US original of the round. Let me remind myself what the full title is. Here we go. Signal Burner. by LF. I'm excited. Let's no Modathon 6. Here we go. OD 7.7 is kind of harsh on this. I will.
It is so hard. Some might even say unreasonably so, because this is already like one of the more technical maps in the pool, comparable to No Mod 2, and on top of that, the OD 7.7 just makes it so much harder.
I believe the reasoning for the high OD was the fact that the first half is not as like complex as the second half, so you need to keep it not having not a free section, but like a relatively easy section. The high OD sort of counteracts that to make sure that you have to really be focused up.
That is true.
Even on the lower density sections.
But it also just makes the second half of the map so much harder.
The second part of the map is already very hard, so I don't know, man. Just keep coming in. Here we go. My GOAT of all time. My personal GOAT of all time. This is where he goes.
Usually doesn't have too much trouble hitting very messed up patterns, so...
Well, it's the bongo effect, right? Here's a bullshit pattern. Dusky will hit it.
Just hit anything. Look that you can see.
I mean, realistically, so far, Finland have looked not uncomfortable on many of these maps, apart from Hidden One, obviously.
Yeah, which was the US first pick.
Yeah. So that's fine, and it's. I'm tempted to say that. I'm hoping that this is just a case of Finland being slightly nervous, picking up a few more misses, and that if once the nerves get settled, that they'll set some more competitive scores, and a little bit closer.
Now, something I'm looking forward to in this map is the KD roll sort of pattern, like halfway through it. I really want to see how these players hit it, like what playstyle they'll use.
Single tap everything? If I know 13 stairs, then definitely will single tap it.
And here is that.
Everyone's struggling a little bit with the accuracy, actually. Like, that's the OD 7.7 effect coming in. Gamer's Decision was leading the accuracy in the lobby with 910.6, but they're picking up a lot of 100s in this section. And I think what we can see is a bongo in the wild on the right-hand side of your screen, with Dusky really struggling with a very high OD.
Oh, here it is. Only one person rolled, which is RJ.
That is nasty stuff.
And he was one of two to see it.
Yeah. You saw Dusky trying to spam through it. Not quite working out. Gamer's Decision holding a better score than Dusky, but still, this is a very significant gap open up with the US. Like I said, if they're going to miss anywhere, it's probably going to be the hard part of the map.
There's one from the US, but it's not going to put a dent in that score lead, because 13 Stairs is still holding a 99% FC on us.
That could be one of the scores to beat for the weekend if you're trying to, just look at who top scores different maps, because that is a very, very high accuracy coming out on 99.5% on this ridiculously high OD. RJ picking up another miss, but still 98% accuracy. I mean, that was not even close. I'm really sorry to say, but that was a convincing pick by the United States.
Yeah, the US are just picking their absolute strongest maps here. Finding the advantage.
I think chat is onto something when they say, this looks like the kind of thing Gamer's Decision will just FC once it's ranked, but Maybe again the
He
nerves
needs to
and
wait
the-
until it's ranked.
Yeah. If there's no leaderboard, what's the point of FCing, right? Does keep PvEing though, so at least they can feel good about that for themselves.
Yeah, it's always nice to PB in match, especially when so many scores tend to be just worse than all of the ones you've done in practice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the US's pick. We're expecting them to have the inherent advantage on that. Finland going back to the Hard Rock well, picking Hard Rock 2, 227 BPM. It is also very short.
Hard Rock 1 worked up fairly well as it could so far.
I mean, it was the closest map they've had all match, so I really understand why they're going back for this, to be honest. Probably a reasonable idea. I really would like to see Finland get at least 1 point.
But we do see John Hardrock 2 in his natural element now.
No! And Aurora coming back as well. I mean, Anthea is a player who is really, really good at Hard Rock, and I mean, part of that is the fact that they're absolute convert map fiend, so they're really used to the higher OD. Maybe this is the point where they step in and lock in and say, no, actually, I'm going to top score the lobby.
Yeah, and Antti Vodnanen, very classic scary duo from Finland on these kinds of maps.
The scary part about this map is it's less than 2 minutes. If you make a mistake, it feels like there's so little map for you to recover on.
Yeah, and here we go. OD 9.5.
Almost as high as No Mod 6.
Almost.
Oh, the little 1/3 catching Vodnanen. That's
fairly clean miss.
Yeah, the accuracy is still looking pretty good. John
That's
Hardrock
traded.
2 still with the SS on the top left, though. Oh, here we go.
Not anymore.
That's a big break.
And Finland in the lead for the first time this match, I think.
Antti finds a few 100s there, but matching Aurora score roughly.
And the lead is up to 22,000 now. If
Yeah,
Finland
as you
just
said-
holds this.
As you said, Vodnanen made a much cleaner break, not dropping the accuracy all that low, whereas Mr. CB dropped like 1.5% AC on that. It's slowly starting to stabilize though. The lead is not growing.
Yeah, the US back to
Finland need to
400
hold.
combo.
Finland have the 2 highest accuracies in the lobby right now though. Like,
And another
Mr.
miss.
CB picks up another miss. Oh, here we go, chat. This is it.
And it's just the ending now. There's not much left.
Yeah, there
I
is
think Finland
very
has
little
this.
left to trip Finland up on this. 52,000 points, a really big score gap for such a small amount of map.
Just a couple streams to go, and
Oh, come on,
will
Finland,
take a
here we go.
point. On
Here
match
we go,
points,
look at them go.
staring death in the face.
Oh, here we go. Antti with the only FC in the lobby. Vodnanen tying accuracy with Aurora, actually, 99.17%. Yeah, the breaks from Mr. CB really deciding that map. Oh, here we go. Finland takes a point, and the comeback is on. We are going to tiebreaker. Let's
This is where
friggin'
it
go.
starts.
Heck
I just
yeah.
need like 4 more hard rocks.
4 more Hard Rock 2s. Here we go.
Run it back.
Nurhan, take notes. This is what the people want. Fantastic effort by Finland taking that point. And they looked on paper like the underdogs. They were the underdogs. But sensational stuff. No one likes to see a sweep.
Yeah, and it's that combo of Vodnan and Antti that's been around for so long that pulled it off.
Clearly this means the US are out of comfort picks, and it's all wins to lose now.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Oh, hey, the US hasn't insta-picked their next map. Maybe they didn't prepare for this. Maybe they weren't ready to.
Yeah, I think they're just out of pick. They didn't play any of the other picks, and they can't pass any of the maps.
We're going into Nomad 4. Bo 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 bo. I think that is what it's called.
Yeah,
Sensational.
the gimmick map.
You know what? The US has some very strong gimmick players. I'm not sure Aurora is even coming into this, to be honest. Aurora is who I think of when I think of this guy can play any bullshit gimmick that you throw at him. 13 stars and M-Biscuit showing himself for the US now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, aside from the overlapping sliders in this map, the SV reading isn't actually too complicated compared to like previous Nomad 4s. It is very dense and technical though. Some very long bursts.
Anti saying maybe they should have practiced a little bit more. That does not sound the confidence that you want to hear for Team Finland. But Anti is locked in. They've FC'd the last map. They're going to FC this map. Gamer's decision coming in. It's not a ranked map, but I believe in their FC.
It's okay. This map is impossible to play in lobby, whether you practice it or not.
It's only OD 6.2, which is like strangely low.
Yeah.
It is longer though, almost 3 minutes. Like comparatively, you have a lot more time to make up for any misses that you might find.
We are 99,999.
Here we go. 5-2 incoming. Come on, Team Finland.
Here we go. And we do see a small sign of what's to come with that giant slider.
Just a slider of
approaching.
doom and despair.
Looming.
Right, here we go. Nobody dropping Ack on the slow part, right guys?
Surely not. Not on this. Oh, okay. The
Do
first
you
drop from
enjoy
Gamer's
playing this with
decision.
transparent sliders, or do you play this with like fully
I
solid
have.
sliders?
I have solid sliders, so I do not know the pain of what some people have apparently been experiencing.
Honestly, if you're in that much pain with transparent sliders, just use a different skin, guys. It's that easy.
This is my
Full
normal
combos all
skin.
across the board still, though. This is looking really good from both teams. Only 4,000 points difference right now, and that's just a small bit of accuracy in favor of the United States. Maybe the low OD favors Finland. It seemed they were, just not able to match the accuracy being put out from the United States team, so the lower OD might actually be beneficial for them.
Alright, the Dawn Kama here. Nobody gonna trip up on it. In Finland for apparently not having practiced with that.
Whoa!
Oh no!
That's
Okay.
Gamer's decision explodes. Oh no, that's upsetting.
It was traded by
Anti
13
finds the miss
stairs.
as well.
Yeah, Anti with a couple more drops here. This V's burst so hard for a Nomad 4.
M-Biscuit is holding it really so impressive to watch them play. Everyone else not quite able to match it. It's really M-Biscuit anchoring the United States, but the fact that NT's missed twice there, and there's only one miss coming from 13 stairs, not really trading that score difference back. There's still minutes roughly left, maybe 45 seconds of map, right? So things can happen still.
Yeah, and there is one more burst section. Nobody really missing on this lyric snap section. Never mind
no.
the Gamer's decision.
It was too
Picks
easy
one
for
up.
them.
True, it's not
It
ranked.
was too easy. And now here we go again with the random overlaps. Can you see the Dons? Because I can't. I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, misses
Yeah,
everywhere.
Ooh,
Except
everyone other than
M-Biscuit.
M-Biscuit exploding on the start of that KI time.
Yeah, M-Biscuit just pulling away with it on his own.
I'm gonna be honest, I've not played this map very much at all. The sliders are just really, really doom and despair. I'm not sure what they're supposed to play at that, honestly. M-Biscuit putting in a really, really good score here.
Yeah, 15 100s. FC getting over that million by a fair margin. And going to secure the win for the United States 6-1.
No sweeps though, and again, this was probably the most unbalanced match, you know, on paper that there was going to be in the semifinals. I think Finland taking a point or something, it can be very, very.
Yeah, especially with 2 sweeps we've seen already, that's very impressive.
Finland just is the country, it keeps looking stronger and stronger every year. Next year we'll see them take 2 points in the semis, and the year after that we'll see them go to the finals. But sadly for this year, their journey comes to an end. The United States moves on and will be facing Taiwan in lower bracket round number 5.
And
that is a very, very exciting match.
Yeah, both incredibly strong teams.
Mm-hmm.
But both having found trip-ups on several maps, so there is a lot of room for cinema.
A lot of mind games to be played, a lot of strategies to be devised. Although this match is over, there is still more taiko to be played today. And in 2 hours and 45 minutes we'll be seeing Italy versus the United Kingdom. But yeah, sadly we didn't quite get to see the full 13 map marathon maybe people were hoping for.
Maybe next year.
You're so right. Yeah. Yeah, so Italy versus United Kingdom is starting at 30 minutes past the hour, so that is something, if you're looking to watch that, you have to keep in mind. I think in UTC time that was, pardon, I forgot it. Yeah, 19:30 UTC time, and that's going to be the, well, I am in UTC, so that's the last match of the day, and then Chile versus Brazil starting at midnight in UTC time. USA versus Taiwan. The players get to have a little bit of a rest, but that's going to be at 3 UTC. Many very exciting matches still to come. What match are you most excited for, Sparks?
Well, these are all bangers. I think all of these have the potential to be very close, but that Chile-Brazil 2 versus 3 seed is just going to be such a joy to watch.
Yeah, 2 South American teams left in the competition, and they have to fight each other.
Yeah, one of them guaranteed podium.
Yeah, it is worth saying that Chile and Brazil are still in the upper bracket. All the other matches are going to be lower brackets, so maybe a little bit of extra nerves for Chile and Brazil to get that guaranteed podium spot. Now, I see we have to plug the banners. Remember, you can buy your banners now in the US shop to support your favorite team. And if they win Taiko World Cup, the banner will stay on your profile for a whole year. So you can still buy your Team Italy banners, because they are going to clearly sweep the UK 2.5 hours from now.
Buy now, if you want that to happen. Anyway, let's wrap it up here.
Yeah, I think that's all from us. Yes. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you, Sparks, for casting with me. It's been very fun.
Thank you. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.